Games. I am Tam2.
I'm Dorn.
And we've got a whole week of games.
Video games and video games.
And skateboarders.
Skateboarders.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So a lot of that. Well, hopefully not more of that.
No.
But today we also got Xbox One X lined up. We're checking it out.
Yep.
We also got
Shadow of War.
And Assassin's Creed Origins. But before that, let's check out what Gamescom really is.
Yeah.
Gamescom is the biggest gaming convention in the world. Every year in August, the event takes place in the Convention Center of Cologne, Germany. Last year, Gamescom welcomed 345,000 visitors. That record is expected to be broken this year as the show floor is now bigger than ever before. All the major players in the gaming space showcase their upcoming titles here in Cologne, and the event is attracting more and more YouTube stars and Twitch heroes every year. Gamescom is a convention that celebrates gaming in every aspect. Whether it's cosplay, the latest and upcoming video games, or the most powerful hardware, at Gamescom you can find it all.
So there's a lot of green right now, and that can only mean one thing. Our first stop at Gamescom is the Xbox booth.
And there's a lot of games to check out, but there's one thing we're particularly interested in, of course, which is the Xbox One X.
And the person we're going to talk to about that is Microsoft's very own Aaron Greenberg, who's going to tell us everything we want to know. Let's go.
The Xbox One X is for gamers that want the very best, the most powerful console ever made, 40% more power, 60% more memory than anything else that's out there today. And that's why we built the Project Scorpio edition specifically for them. So the very first people that have pre-ordered it are going to get a special edition with a gradient finish with Project Scorpio stamped on the controller and the console. And those are really limited just for the initial pre-orders, and we know those are going to be our biggest fans. We built it as a family, so if you have an Xbox One today, whether you have the S or if you get the new Xbox One X, all the games work across both. But what will specifically happen is we will make sure you get the 4K edition or the enhanced edition of the game with the X. That actually has a lot of benefits, not only for the X, but with super sampling, that actually gives us a better quality game for people to play on the Xbox One S as well. So everybody gets the benefits of that performance. From an exclusive standpoint, we unveiled our largest, most diverse games lineup we've ever had in history. Actually, if you think about a new console like this, we'll launch with probably the biggest library it's ever had, over 1,000 games, over 100 exclusives. But the big exclusives this holiday you can only play on Xbox One will be Forza Motorsport 7, PlayerUnknown Battleground, which we're now publishing. Of course, Super Lucky's Tale and Cuphead are just a few of the big titles that will be exclusive on Xbox this holiday.
In the past, things like backwards compatibility were really important to the core base of Xbox fans. Did that delay the development of the system at all or anything?
Well, we took a really different approach with this. Typically with a new console hardware generation, you lose compatibility of your games, of your accessories. But we wanted to build and extend the family. How can we innovate with new hardware, bring all types of new performance, but not sacrifice compatibility? A lot of people are building digital game libraries. And so just like movies, music, if you get a new cell phone, that content goes with you. And we felt like you shouldn't have to make that sacrifice with a new piece of hardware. So yeah, everything works. And in addition to that, we get to have some fun, like update a lot of our games in 4K. We're updating a lot of our first party titles, Forza Horizon 3, Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, Killer Instinct, Gears of War 4. We're going back and updating in 4K for free for people that buy the Xbox One X.
So we checked out the new platform, Xbox One X, and it looks very promising. But while we're here at the Xbox stage, there's one more game we want to check out while we're here.
Assassin's Creed Origins!
Ooh, so there's a line. That line we can get into. I say we go in there and check out the game.
Let's go.
All right. Assassin's Creed Origins.
We just got out of the hands-on. We played a little bit of the game. We got to do one quest. What was it?
The first mission was one that's been already seen in gameplay since in the past few months, but getting our hands on it was really great.
Yeah.
Our mission was to
it was simple and short.
Yeah, it was really short. We had to stop this guy from beating up this little boy by fighting 2 statues. Now, it was a great opportunity for us to explore.
Yeah, we got to use a lot of mechanics of the game. Like, we got to call in the hawk, who searched for the idols for us, and then we had to swim to the boats, and I got to fight a hippo, and it was great. I slaughtered it.
Yes, she did.
It was a simple mission, but the fact that you had to explore so much and like you got to see this little city and then of course the water and the boats, that felt really good.
Yeah, it was impressive because the town itself was very vibrant, alive.
It was.
And when we checked the map, it was actually really huge. So what we saw was like it's just a small portion of the entire map.
Yeah.
A lot of it was obscured, so we don't know what else is there. Combat is different.
Yeah.
And there's an entire loot system. It's very RPG-ish compared to the previous titles.
I mean, the fighting felt good, but I also felt like I just could keep on hacking. But then Tam just said, but you were almost dead. And I didn't even realize that. So I don't know, I felt good.
No, it's because of the minimal UI, because the health bar is at the bottom instead of the top left where it used to be.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, but like the loot drop from that boss was like immediately
a
gold item. I don't know if that's random or if it's like a fixed drop.
Because he did seem a little more tough than the other enemies, didn't he?
So there's a clear distinction between enemy types, which is great.
Yeah.
And from what I know about the game is there will also be like an arena where you can also fight different boss types. There will be world bosses. There's a lot of things about Assassin's Creed Origins that I'm excited about to look forward to for sure.
Yeah,
so I hope we get a chance to explore more for it until the game comes out. But for now.
So the game looked beautiful.
Yeah.
The whole like setting of the game was beautiful. Now, I am a fan of Egypt and everything around it, so I was like, this looks great.
When they first announced it, I was really curious how they were going to add the verticality and also going underwater. The water looks amazing.
That was really neat. I could just go down, scuba dive without a kit, of course, and then pick up loot from the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed has come a long way. In the first game, when you fell in the water, you died. In the second game, he could finally swim, and now he can dive.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed, you've come a long way. First impressions?
It was good.
It was pretty damn good.
I'm looking forward to having fans of the series get their hands on this and see what they think.
Yeah, definitely, because I do love the franchise.
I want it to be what it was.
Yeah, over the past years, it died down a little bit,
Yeah.
but this got me excited again because it's just completely fresh, completely new, but also very familiar.
Yeah, so they made a great move. Now let's see if they made a great game.
Yeah.
I've got you in my sights.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Hey guys, so we just found some orcs. I think we're ready for an interview.
Yes! Let's go to the interview right now!
Okay, interview.
Please.
Okay, please. Dork! No!
So, Shadow of War is the sequel to Shadow of Mordor. What are some of the biggest differences between these two games?
Well, one of the biggest things we focused on, obviously, is expanding the Nemesis system. That was the heart and soul of the first game. It's still the heart and soul of this game, and we've added a lot to it, most importantly in the dimension of these huge, epic fort assaults. So having these massive battles where you're actually storming these huge fortresses and capturing all the points and taking out the Overlord and installing your own Overlord and war chiefs, really owning the region. So to have an army to fight with, we also had to expand the idea of the followers and the guys that you get to recruit and dominate to build that army and the relationships that emerge there. And so that's one of the most exciting things to me about the dynamic storytelling that can come out of the new systems here is it's not just death and revenge, that you've got friendship and the guys can save you and they can betray you, and you know you've got relationships between orcs and a lot more depth in that dimension to help people's personal stories come to life better. We've added one huge new beast, the Drake. Obviously, that's a big deal, having a fire-breathing, flaming beast just flying over the fort and helping terrorize everybody. Getting to ride that guy is something we put some real effort into, but we also leveled up the Caragor and the Graug riding. Last game you could get on those guys and fight and climb a little bit, but this time we expanded what you can do quite a bit, so it's much smoother. You can climb on everything. The Caragors, you can actually stealth around, sneak like a tiger prowling through the jungle and pounce on guys and chew their necks out. And the Graugs can actually climb anything this time, so you can just climb a big tower and then jump off the other side and smash some guys. And there's a lot more freedom with the beasts this time around, so hoping people will have that much more variety to the moment-to-moment chaos and planning of a battle, that it's not even just combat or ranged or stealth. Now the beasts are a real viable option too.
A lot of people have been talking about the introduction of microtransactions into the game. Now, I want to know what way are they used in the game, and why do you think that people might get upset over it?
Well, so for us, it's an enormous game. There is an element there of people who genuinely don't have the time to play a massive 40-hour RPG experience. So there's this kind of option for some of those folks to shortcut a little bit there. But we actually design and balance the game assuming that nobody is buying any of the microtransactions. We make sure it's playable offline, that it's balanced explicitly for that core experience that comes in the box. And so that's really just there, you know, for those people who want to save a bit of time to not have to play the entire massive game we actually designed for them.
Pathetic. I think you want me to kill you. A cheap thrill for the Death Maker.
So that's a lot of Gamescom, a lot of booths, a lot of things to do.
A lot of people?
Yeah, a lot of people that we also got to see, and things to ask them. One of them is, what does Gamescom mean to them? So let's check out this little compilation of what this entire show means to them.
Gamescom is one of my favorite shows. I mean, to be able to see 350,000 consumers come to an event like this year, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel's coming for the first time ever, so it feels like the center of the universe here, and it's really exciting.
Gamescom is just like such an incredibly massive show, and we have so many machines down there. The line down there is packed, and just thinking about the numbers of people that get to come actually play, you know, we only see a few people, you know, play test. As many people as we can get through at the office, we get to watch play tests, but it's always really fun to watch actual gamers come and just experience the game for the first time.
It means too many people and a lot of stress and friends everywhere. And also fun times. I'm really good at this. I actually met my current boyfriend at Gamescom last year, so that's kind of nice.
All right, Mr. Orc, what does Gamescom mean to you?
So that's what Gamescom means to them, but what does it mean to you?
Gamescom means to me just a lot of cool stuff to see. I always want to see who has the coolest booth. Like right now we're sitting in the Monster Hunter World booth with a nice little campfire.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. I feel like the booths get nicer and bigger every year. It also depends on the game, of course, but also seeing people I've met the years prior and just to catch up with them. It's just really nice. And especially taking people here for the first time when they're part of the team. You were here with us for the first time last year.
Yeah.
And this is your second time, so what does Gamescom mean to you after 2 years?
This might sound weird, but to me it's the realization that this industry is real. The insane realization that video games are such a passion and people can earn a living doing what they love. And that's really beautiful to me, and just also meeting some of my favorite people from all over the world, because everyone comes here, everyone gathers, everyone loves video games, and we all hug, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah, you see developers talking passionately about their games.
Yeah.
You see fans standing in huge lines.
That might be one of my favorite things too.
Yeah.
When you interview people and they talk about their game, about their product, something magical happens. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's great.
It's great to see. And this was only the press day, so everyone you've seen here, those are mostly press-related people.
Yeah.
And tomorrow the gates will open, and we will be there in the morning to check out the mayhem, the insanity, and hopefully
2 more days.